Hello, I'm Laura, and today I thought that we should chat about Brexit. Thank you so much for checking out my Let's Chat video, and remember to subscribe while you are here for more weekly videos every Tuesday at 6 PM. So I'm going to be chatting about Brexit, and if you don't know what Brexit is, that is I can't even say it, Britain leaving the EU, so Britain exit of the EU, that's where it comes from. And a lot of TV presenters I've seen have called it like breakfast and stuff, just by mispronunciating it. So maybe this should be Let's Chat About Breakfast. And I know this is a very divisive topic. I'm hoping that among young people we will all have quite the similar view that we shouldn't have ever voted Brexit. And personally I have this view because first of all we get cheaper holidays, we get cheaper phone bills when we go abroad. The EU was going to create this like thing where it's cheaper for you to use your data and stuff abroad. The pound dropped in value as soon as we voted Brexit, and if you'd asked me to share my view on the 24th of June, when we all knew what the result was, then I think that I would share a different view to how I feel now. And I think everyone expected to wake up on the Friday morning and be like, whoa, the world has changed, we are out of the EU and everything is gone. But that's not how it happened. I mean, there's now the talk of the soft Brexit and the hard Brexit, and I think Theresa May kind of wants a soft Brexit because she didn't want to leave the EU herself. So who knows what is going to happen, but the only problem is that there is no plan. They have no plan. They claim that they do, but none of us have heard of it. And I think today, the day that I'm filming this, they're trying to get a plan, or the MPs just want a plan. They want to know what is going to happen to their country if and when we leave the EU. I mean, I say if, I know we will, but how soon? And what is going to happen with it when we do? So I think the whole campaign was based on a lot of misuse and misjudgment of facts and figures, and the people running it, they weren't very truthful, and it was all kind of a tax on people. And I mean, Boris Johnson's whole burning of the massive cheque to symbolise all the money that's wasted in the EU, it's actually minuscule. It's not as much as that because the amount that we get back in tourism, which wasn't included, in investment and everything like that for farmers and for industrial places like that we get from the EU. So it actually wasn't as much as he made out. So now that we've left the EU, I just hope that, I mean, they're trying to negotiate everything so that we can keep all the good bits of the EU without being in the EU itself, and I really think that we don't have those negotiating cards to play, because we can't be like, right, we want to be out the EU but we want to keep all the bits that you can offer us. So I don't think that's a really fair thing that the UK is doing. But I mean, we have got to negotiate, but to be honest, we are the minuscule players in this whole poker game that the EU is playing, because they are the big wigs. They have got everything. They have got the power. They're the countries that we're trying to negotiate with. We don't have that much power. So who knows what is going to happen? All I know is that it's a very interesting time for politics at the moment. Who knows what is going to happen with Brexit? I think Theresa May said the latest of 2019, which is 3 years away. I mean, I think it's about 2.5 because she said earlier in the year. But even so, I feel bad for the Brexiteers that they voted Brexit and expected it to happen like that, and it didn't. And I think maybe Theresa May as RPM is not helping facilitate that. But who knows, obviously she didn't want Brexit herself, she's having to do it with the influence of the MPs that did. But also, it's gone to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court are trying to work out whether we do need a vote in the Commons to whether we're going to leave the EU. And I don't know, I personally think that the MPs will vote in terms of their constituency. So my constituency, I think, very strongly voted to leave, so I think my constituency did vote to leave, so I think that my MP will vote to leave if it goes to the vote. And I personally believe that the MP should vote how they want to vote. I mean, I know my MP says that he takes into constituencies opinions and stuff, takes them into consideration. That's why he voted against gay marriage, but I don't know, I think he should vote out of his own back, and he's PPS for business, I think. So maybe he will vote in favour of remaining in the EU, but who knows whether that's going to change. The UK population voted to leave the EU, so should the MPs vote to remain in favour of their constituents, or should they vote with their own hearts? That's a question that I'm asking you. What's your opinion on that? I think it's very, very interesting, and the Supreme Court, who knows what they're going to rule. I think the Supreme Court do quite well out of the EU, I'm not too sure actually, but who knows? who knows, very, very interesting time. Those are my opinions. This wasn't a very like strong video because I don't really have much to say about Brexit because it's so on the fence. Like, you don't know what's happening right now, so there's not much to really have an opinion about. But the parts I can have an opinion about I've shared with you. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this Let's Chat with Laura, and if you did, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next Tuesday at 6 PM. Like, comment, share, subscribe, everything you always do, and I will see you next week. I hope you're all having a lovely day. Bye.